Oh man, in this video, we're gonna explore how just $6,000 invested today could make you the next MATIC Polygon millionaire. Yes, I've gone ahead and modeled out a few different scenarios for how investing in this particular altcoin can make you a millionaire in this difficult market. When we're looking for the next big altcoin, it's important for us to model out the different scenarios that can play out to remind ourselves of why we allocate certain portions in our high-risk portfolio, which can potentially give us some of those outsized returns. So what we've gone ahead and done is price this modeling out. So don't forget to smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. If you want me to do this for your favorite altcoin, let me know in the comments, and the most voted ones, we can do the same exercise to find out how to become a millionaire using your favorite crypto. So as you can see, at the time of recording, the current price of Polygon MATIC is sitting at 94 cents. Now, what I've gone ahead and done is I've gone ahead and set some target prices. Now, in order for these target prices to make sense, I'm going to head and go and show you the market cap of each of these. And also, I'm going to reveal the market cap of a few other big projects. So for reference, we've got the Bitcoin market cap, both currently and at all-time highs. Same for Ethereum, BNB, ADA, MATIC, and we'll refer to these as I explain each of these targets. So currently, you can see Polygon MATIC is sitting at 94 cents. It's had a good run-up as ETH 2.0 emerges coming closer and closer, and people are expecting Polygon MATIC to do well. They've done really good in terms of their biz dev. This video is not meant to be a fundamental video, but we have done that on the channel. I'll link that up here. Now, in terms of a base target, a very common base target to use is the all-time high. So let's use the all-time high of about $2.92. That would give you a market cap of $23.30. If I'm buying Polygon MATIC right now, I would be very, very disappointed. In fact, I'd class it as a failure in terms of my investment if it wasn't able to return to all-time highs. I'd have to mark that off on my journal to say, I failed that. Where did I go wrong? What did I not understand about the project? That would be an L. I'd be taking an L there. So that is my base case scenario, is returning back to all-time high. And that would give you a market cap of 23 billion. I mean, that is very, very conservative. To put that into context, ADA, when it was at its highs, was sitting at 95 billion. And even that, I don't think unlocks the potential of that layer one platform as well. So to say, you know, it can't be a third of ADA's last bull run all-time high, very conservative here for Polygon MATIC. And even given that ETH 2.0 is going to come to fruition, you're expecting Ethereum to grow. That is part of the premise of expecting Polygon MATIC to pick up more market share. The next target is a nice base target, and that base target is $10. Now, at $10 on MATIC token would imply a market cap of around $80 billion, okay, in market cap. Now, again, using our reference point, that would be twice about, well, not twice, but let's say still shy of where ADA was at all-time highs. Much smaller than what Binance was, and definitely much, much smaller of what Ethereum was, okay? So Ethereum at all-time highs was sitting at 600 billion in market cap. So to say that MATIC can't be 80 versus the 600 of Ethereum is suggesting it's a very small piece of the pie compared to the overall Ethereum ecosystem. And I think that is a very, very doable target. I think that's a very sensible target. I would be surprised if it's at some point MATIC does not go and hit that $10 mark. I think they're a great project with a great team, and that is a sensible target for me, is that they could hit $10. Then we've got our achievable target. Now, this is achievable. It's not out of the realms of possibility, but it's also not a crazy target, right? So it's achievable target because if they work hard, get things right, if crypto is moving in the right direction, a $20 MATIC is very possible. I know that sounds crazy, but you have to remember how far this market has grown and how far these cryptos have grown. So what that would imply is a market cap of 160 billion. And I can imagine a lot of you guys saying, oh no, what are you talking about? MATIC, 160 billion. Hear me out. Right? Bitcoin in the previous bull market, when it was at 69,000, is sitting with a 1.2 trillion market cap. Ethereum is sitting at a 569 billion market cap. So all you're saying here is in this scenario, in this achievable scenario, Polygon MATIC is just about a third, less than a third of Ethereum's previous bull run high in terms of its market cap. So this is accounting for no growth on Ethereum. So if the argument goes that Ethereum is going to get to 10,000, if Ethereum is going to grow, a lot of people expect Ethereum to go and cross and flip Bitcoin, which is getting past that 1 trillion in market cap. So at that point, if it's at 1 trillion, then you're saying that MATIC here to get to $20 is just 15% of the market cap of Ethereum at that point, which is hugely possible given it is the de facto layer 2 solution, scaling solution on Ethereum. So that is my achievable target sitting at $20. Now let's look at the ones which gets a bit more exciting and start to explain how you can become a millionaire with such few coins. And that is when you get to your stretch and moon target. And I think it's important, whenever you're investing in cryptocurrency, always set yourself a stretch and moon target. Now, one of the reasons all of us are in crypto is because in many cases and many examples and case studies we've seen, these stretch and moon targets become very achievable, and we've seen them not only happen but eclipse some of these moon targets which we say. I mean, the market moves in ways which you and I are unable to predict at times. That's what makes it beautiful. It's not like the bond market, it's not like real estate, it's not like stocks. It can surprise you with huge moves to the upside, and that is why we set this target. So stretch target, I would put at $90 here on MATIC, which would give you a market cap of 718 billion. Now right now that sounds insane, right? That sounds insane. Oh, that's bigger than Ethereum. But this is in the case that Ethereum moves from strength to strength. Ethereum goes to 10,000, maybe beyond 15,000, 20,000. It goes and gets to past 1 trillion, right? It's at almost heading towards 2 trillion. And at that point, for MATIC to be 700 billion when Ethereum's more at 2 trillion is a more sensible argument in that case. But again, they would have to do everything right. They'd have to be the best player. They'd have to fight off competition. They'd have to scale really well. This is like perfection, right? This is executing for perfection. And then your final one is your moonshot, which is to say that MATIC could become $150. And this sounds crazy even saying, but it's important to put this on paper sometimes, just to remind yourself of what it looks like. And that would mean a MATIC price target of 1.2 trillion, which is completely insane. I mean, that's current Bitcoin market cap right now, and I know it's completely insane. But you can, I bet if you're sitting there, you could rationalize an environment where that could potentially happen, right? I mean, Bitcoin really exploding, getting global mass adoption, becoming the de facto cryptocurrency which everybody uses, works its way up towards 10 trillion, 12 trillion, 13 trillion, right? This is now moving. All the big funds are moving across to Bitcoin, institutional wealth, high net worth individuals, countries using Bitcoin, corporates using Bitcoin. Then you're arguing, okay, then Polygon MATIC is going to take a share of that, sitting at 1.2 trillion. I know that's crazy. It's there for the reference point, but that is the argument you would make as a moon, clearly exceeding all your expectations target for Polygon. So, with that said, what does it look like? Well, let's peel back the onion. Let's take a look. So, what you see here is the number of coins needed, the amount you'd need to invest today to get those coins, and the ROI. So if you want to become a millionaire, if MATIC just goes back to all-time highs and does nothing else at $2.92, you would need to invest today $300,000 for a return on investment of 3x on your money. Now, I know I'm going to get to more interesting stuff as we go down this table, but that is insane. I mean, for me, if you ask me, is MATIC going back to all-time highs? I feel very confident it would go back to all-time highs. That's just how I feel, looking at the data, understanding the project, where we are in terms of our bear market right now, and understanding that getting back to all-time highs is for me all but possible, right? So then when you look at it and go, hang on, if someone allocates 300,000 or whatever amount they allocate today, a 3x is very comfortable here on crypto. Now, that's not fun. That's not what we're here in crypto for. We want the moonshots, and I'm going to explain how $6,000 can do that for you today to become a MATIC millionaire. But that is also interesting to look at. Then let's move up to our target case, which again, to all intents and purposes, very possible to achieve and not out of the realms of even complicated, right? It's very doable. And I'm sure if you sit with the Polygon MATIC team, when they look back in 2-3 years time, 4 years time, if they're unable to hit that, I think they first would be very disappointed with the effort they've produced as a team. So that would need 100,000 coins today. You need 100,000 MATIC coins today to become a millionaire, and that would set you back $94,000 today. So if you had $94,000 to invest, MATIC would only need to go to $10, and you would become a millionaire just using your Polygon MATIC tokens. That's a 10 times return on investment. Very juicy indeed. Now we're moving to the one I like, the one in the middle, the achievable target, where you know, Polygon MATIC really do good work, execute, the market moves to the upside, the overall crypto space grows, and Polygon MATIC works its way to a $20 target. I know that sounds crazy right now, but imagine in a bull run when things are going well, when the market is growing, huge adoption, and it finds itself sitting at 160 billion in market cap. That's not crazy, right? BNB has been higher than that, right? BNB has been 100 billion already. So these things are possible, right? And then again, remember the example I gave you. That could be, you know, Ethereum going ahead and being really getting towards that trillion mark, and then MATIC just being 15% of that ecosystem, right? In that case, you would need 50,000 MATIC tokens today. That is going to set you back $47,000. $47,000 today, invested today. MATIC go and execute on this game plan, and you could have a 21x on your money. So these are the kind of things I'm looking at when I'm thinking, is it worth giving these guys an allocation in my portfolio? And what are the safe bets? What are the more risky bets? And what are the stretch moon targets, which I won't account for? I won't be upset if they don't happen. But one or two of these in your portfolio, if you had 5, 6 of these altcoins, one or two of these could surprise you to the upside and hit their stretch moon target. And that balances out and grows your entire portfolio, which is insane. And that's how most crypto investors build their wealth, right? No different to VC venture firms, no different to people who do seed rounds. No matter what the check size is, they write 10, 15 checks, and they hope one or two of those companies really become the next Uber or Facebook or WhatsApp, right? They don't expect every single one of them. And it's the same with our portfolios. We don't expect every single one of our altcoins to be successful. We also don't expect to have all the possible successful altcoins in our portfolio. We just have to make sure if we do have a group of 10, majority of the time we get our money back, if not a safe ROI, which we'll be happy with, i.e. our base and target case. In many of the instances, we'll hit our achievable. And if one or two hit the stretch/moon, you're going to be in a good place, right? So that stretch target, which becomes very interesting, I explained my rationale behind it. You would need just over 11,000 coins today. It's going to set you back just over $10,000, but $10,000 today invested, if they go and hit this stretch target, you can become a millionaire with just $10,000. Absolutely insane, and can only be topped by this moon scenario, which says that if MATIC could hit the crazy heights of $150, which of course sounds ludicrous, but many targets which have been ludicrous have been hit before in the crypto space. Nothing surprises us anymore. You would need just 6,666, interesting number, of MATIC tokens today. It's going to set you back just over $6,000 for an ROI of 160x on your money, cash on cash. Insane. So hopefully that gives you guys some some perspective of what's possible. What I've also done is I've gone ahead and DCA'd. I've modeled out, if you didn't have these types of money available today, what's the alternative in terms of DCA? Because what I want to highlight is how when you're in a bear market, things get really interesting in terms of being on time to the market. So the fact that you're watching this right now when Bitcoin's at about 24,000, when various altcoins like Polygon, MATIC are so suppressed right now, this is an amazing opportunity, because really small kind of lump sums like $6,000 here, $5,000 here, $5,000 here, which a lot of people can go and accumulate/save. And if you don't know how to do it, you've got to pick up a side hustle, right? You've got to pick up a side hustle. If you've got anything less than a couple of grand and you don't have a couple of grand to invest, you've got to focus on your income before worrying about this stuff. Then it becomes possible, right, to put $5,000 here, $5,000 here in a balanced portfolio of some of your favorite altcoins. And then that's when you benefit going into a bull run. But let's say you didn't have that. But you're able to figure out some sort of cash flow. So what I've got is I've gone ahead and DCA'd a model out. Now, what I've said is we're going to go from 94 cents, which is where we're at currently, and we're going to work towards our target of $10, which I shared with you. But I just added the caveat that we're going to do so in about 18 months. Okay, we're going to do so in about 18 months. It's going to take a while in this crypto winter, let's say. Then we're going to have the bull market, and we can get to $10 in 18 months, for argument's sake. That's 72 weeks. Then what I've done is I've gone ahead and put in a number. So I've just put in, for example purposes, $1,000 a week. Let's say you could invest $1,000 a week. You guys, if you're going to do $100 a week, you divide everything by 10. If you guys can do more, then times everything by 10. Great stuff. So let's say you put $1,000 into the market every single day, as MATIC equally, I mean, this is obviously a huge assumption, just equally grows from 94 cents to $10. Obviously, it doesn't happen like that, but it just goes up in equal increments each week up towards $10. Then what would happen by the end of the 72 weeks, well, 73 weeks in this case, you would have invested $73,000. But your return is you now have 19,000 MATIC tokens in your pocket, which, given that they're now worth $10, means $193,000. Still not a bad return on investment. 3 times on your money, a slightly different way of doing it. And this is the difference between having cash available and not having cash available. Very important. Let me illustrate that in a different way. So what I've done in this example to illustrate it in a different way is I've gone, okay, let's say you've got more money available now because you're able to get cash flow. And this is why cash flow is so key. Same scenario, 94 cents to $10 in 18 months. But this time, for the first 24 weeks, you're putting 2 grand into the market. Okay, so for the first 24 weeks, 6 months, you're putting 2 grand a month instead of the 1 grand a month in the market. And then for the rest, okay, so for the rest of the 12 months, the rest of the next year, you only put 500, so half of the amount that the other guy was. Now, by the end of the time, you've put in 74,000, about the same amount. They put 73,000. But now you own 27,000 MATIC tokens, they own 19,000, and you are worth 278k, they are worth 193k in their MATIC portfolio. You are at a 3.7x versus their 2.6x. That is the power of having money available to invest in altcoins when the market is down. And that's the powerful thing right now. That is the message to take home right now, is how do we make sure that we are prepared to have cash flow, to have streams of income coming in, that we can take advantage and accumulate these amazing altcoins, which we have conviction in these moments of distress, when the markets are down, when we've got lower price points. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully it gave you some insights. If you want me to do the same breakdown for any of your other favorite altcoins, then let me know down below which altcoin you want me to break down, and I'll be more than happy to do that. If you guys want to see a slightly more high riskier play than this, I did this exact same breakdown for Phantom, which is a lower market cap layer 1 solution. So go watch that here, and I'll see you in the next one.